This field now less than an eighth away. First race on tonight's 11 race card. Here they come. They're off and pacing far outside. Egyptian Boomer for the lead. Herbert McDougal was off stride as they left. And on the inside, hustling up, there goes Burnt Orange. Burnt Orange from the rail, from the outside. Egyptian Boomer still rolling in the lower turn. Racing third, far outside is Macerator. 4 is Random R2. Racing 5 is Autumn Express. 6 is Brett's Back. 7, Little Bravado. Racing next as they roll up the lower turn is Duo Golden Nugget. Field racing toward the quarter-mile mark. Herbert McDougal is at the back after a break. As the field drives through the opening panel, they're headed down the backside. Field being led by Egyptian Boomer as they straighten down the backstretch. Macerator out and driving from the back. Off the front quarter in 30 seconds, they're racing now toward the half-mile mark. Field of Pacers being led now on the outside by Macerator, ranging up toward the front. On the inside, picking up cover, racing second, will be Egyptian Boomer. Pacing third on the rail is Burnt Orange as the field drives toward the upper turn. Racing forward down the backside will be Autumn Express. 5 sitting midfield is Brett's Back as the field sweeps now past the half-mile mark. They're driving toward the upper turn, and Macerator and Tony Morgan are in command as they race off the half a minute 4/5. The field is driving toward 3/4, and Tony Morgan heads Macerator that way. They're on top by a length. On the inside, Egyptian Boomer, who made the front when the field left, he finds himself sitting now second on the rail, and Burnt Orange has been there every step of the way. He's still there third. From the outside, ranging up fourth, comes Brett's Back. He begins his challenge as they race past the 3/4 mile station. They're rolling through the top of the lane. Field of Pacers being led by Macerator. Off 3/4 in 1:32 3/5. Egyptian Boomer is still there on the rail second. Racing third and closing ground from the outside now is Random R2 as the field races toward the final 8th mile. Macerator, who has dictated fractions off 3/4 in 32 3, will head him this way, and Pacers now fanning out 5 across the racetrack. Macerator's under a drive, and on the outside, here comes Burnt Orange with a flourish, and way wide is Little Bravado, but Macerator hangs tough on the inside. Macerator wins at photo for place between Little Bravado and Burnt Orange. Here they come for race 2. They're off and pacing from the outside. Grand Latanic first away. Extreme outside. Vikings Best gets away second. Down along the rail, Sawmill is out third as that field hits the lower turn. And Summer Green is moving fast and early from the back of the field. He's fourth, soon will be third. Racing 5 on the rail is Guided Missile. 6 dropped in to find cover is Petey's High. Racing 7 is R.B. Dell. 8 on the rail, Buck Perry. 9 Crystal Ballroom at the back as the field races off the lower turn, driving past the quarter-mile mark. Field being led on the inside by Grand Latanic, but from the outside, Summer Green is still moving, and he's still moving fast past the quarter-mile station, and Summer Green is the new leader. He's made the front by a length. On the inside, racing second down the backside is Grand Latanic. Along the rail, third is Sawmill. Racing 4, Vikings Best has found cover on the inside as the field drives down the backstretch, and 5, ranging up, here comes Guided Missile past the quarter-mile station in 29 4. They're racing now toward the half-mile mark. Field of Pacers being led at the rail by Summer Green. He's on top for Dean McGee, but on the outside, Guided Missile comes at the leader, and Guided Missile now getting to the front as the field drives past the half. Summer Green is second, but fights back on the rail. From the outside, Petey's High moves into contention. He's third. Racing 4 is Grand Latanic. 5 on the outside. Vikings Best is moving up. 6 Sawmill shuffled back as they race toward the top of the lane. 7 is R.B. Dell. The half in 1:02 3. They're racing past 3/4. That station, they straighten toward the wire. They're being led once again by Summer Green. Inside, sneaking up second, comes Grand Latanic. He's still there. Guided Missile is tiring third. And here comes Petey's High. He's 3 deep and coming at the leader. Off 3/4 in 1:33 4/5. The field moves to the final 8th mile. On the inside, Summer Green. From the outside, Petey's High will come at the leader. Those two battling for command as they approach the final 16th. Summer Green inside. Petey's High from the outside is getting to him. Petey's High from mid-track is getting to the front. Summer Green is giving way. Petey's High on the outside is getting up in the closing strides. Petey's High wins at Summer Green 2, Crystal Ballroom 3. Third race in behind, a perfecta and trifecta race, less than an eighth away. And here they come for race 3 of 11 on tonight's card. They're off and pacing from the outside. Mike's Miss is first away. Down along the rail, Sioux Guru is out second, and now hustling up third. There goes Tango in the Night, who's driving toward the top. Sioux Guru second on the inside. Racing third is Mike's Miss. Along the rail, pacing 4 as they drive around the lower turn is Anti-Nukes. They're racing toward the quarter-mile mark. From the outside, pacing 5, Blanche's Beauty, with catch driver Dan Knox moving up as they roll toward the quarter-mile station. Field racing past that marker, being led now by Mike's Miss, who's on top by 2 lengths as they turn down the backside, straightening toward the half-mile station. On the inside, 5, Tango in the Night is 2 lengths off the leader, and from the outside, here comes Blanche's Beauty, and that pacing mare is in gear down the backstretch, and rolling right behind her is Highland Park Ford as they race down the backside. Blanche's Beauty on the outside is getting to the front, off the quarter in 30 2/5. They approach the half-mile mark. On the inside, shuffled back on the rail as they drive down the backstretch is Mike's Miss. She finds herself now second, racing third on the outside, moving up now second past the half-mile mark comes Highland Park Ford. Racing 4 is Ideal Donna as they drive past the half-mile station. And on the inside, with the lead momentarily, Highland Park Ford. But from the outside, ranging up, here's Ideal Donna off the half in 102 and 4. She's the new leader as they drive toward the top of the lane. And Ideal Donna seeking to give Tony Morgan 2 of the first 3 races on tonight's card. She heads him toward the top of the stretch. Racing next on the inside is Highland Park Ford. Racing third on the rail is Blanche's Beauty as the field races past 3/4. Off that station, they will straighten toward the wire. Off the 3/4 mile mark, they're being led by Ideal Donna, Tony Morgan, Highland Park Ford on the inside, and Dale Heitman are second. Blanche's Beauty, Dan Knox third. Mike's Miss sitting 4 on the rail. 5 is Tango in the Night. Racing 6 on the outside is Rorty's Reward. Off 3/4 and 1:34 1/5. The field rolls toward the final 8th mile, and field of pacing mares being led by Ideal Donna. She's on top, opening up daylight on the field. It is all Ideal Donna, and she will give Tony Morgan 2 of the first 3 races on tonight's program, winning it by 6 lengths. Home second, Highland Park Ford. Third was Tango in the Night in 2:03 and 2. Here they come for race 5. They're off and pacing between them. GMC for the lead on the inside. Final Strike gets away second. Away third is Loma Joe, and there goes Hot Horse. He's 4 wide. He's moving fast on the far outside. Racing 5, dropping into fine cover is Dragon Warrior. 6 on the rail, French Rush. Racing 7 as they drive around the lower turn. Racing toward the quarter-mile station will be Cipro Power. Pacing 8 on the inside is CD Duster as the field drives past the quarter. And 9, That Little Bill, is at the back. They're being led at the rail by Final Strike. From the outside, Hot Horse is parked. He's second. Along the rail, third is GMC. Racing 4, Loma Joe. 5, Dragon Warrior. 6 off the rail. Here comes French Rush. He begins his kick before the half. Racing 7, moving 3 deep from the back of the field, That Little Bill. Racing 8, CD Duster. 9 is Cipro Power after a break. The quarter in 31 2/5. And off the rail, here comes Final Strike. He's moving fast, and he's the leader once again. On the inside, giving way and racing second is Hot Horse as they drive toward the upper turn. And pacing third on the outside, here comes Loma Joe. 4 on the rail is GMC. He's been covered all the way. 5, French Rush continues to move up on the outside. Off the half-mile station, they're racing toward 3/4. The half in 1:04 1/5. The field is in the upper turn. On the inside, Final Strike has the lead. Outside, racing next is Loma Joe. And here comes French Rush. He is backed out 3 deep and charging past pacers as they race now toward the 3/4. On the inside, Final Strike. Between them, Loma Joe. And 3 deep coming at the leaders is French Rush as the field rolls toward the top of the lane. Off the 3/4 mile station, that marker in 1:38 2/5. They're in the final quarter mile. Field of pacers racing this way and in the lane with the lead as they drive down toward the wire. From the inside, sneaking up along the rail as they move to the final 8th mile. Into contention once again will come Hot Horse. From the outside, Final Strike strike is second. Racing third from the extreme outside is GMC. And at the rail, Hot Horse the new leader in the final 16th. It is going to be Hot Horse getting up to win it. Home second, final strike. Third was GMC in that test for Pacers. Now this field is just an eighth away. Sixth race, and behind, here they come. They're off and pacing far outside. Bama Legend first away, out second between horses Working Stiff. From the inside, Remember Jim gets away third. Down along the rail, racing four is Bareback Reiter. 5, there goes Direct Shooter from the back. Away 6 is Wiregrass Kerrigan. 7, Marquee Value moves up on the outside with cover. Racing 8, Treble Burner. And 9, Catch a Sight is at the back as the field races toward the quarter-mile mark. On the inside, Bama Legend has the lead, but there goes Working Stiff. He's the new leader. He's on top past the quarter. Bama Legend now second. And from the outside, here comes Direct Shooter. He's in gear, racing past Pacers. He's the new leader. And Bareback Reiter is right behind him second. Working Stiff is third. 4 is Bama Legend. 5 is Marquee Value. 6, Remember Jim. 7 on the outside is Catch a Sight. Racing 8, Treble Burner. And 9, Wiregrass Kerrigan finds himself shuffled to the back of the field as they race past the quarter in 30 2/5. They're driving now past the half-mile mark. Field of Pacers being led on the outside by Bareback Reiter. On the inside, Direct Shooter is still there but second. Racing third as they drive past the half in 101 1/5. Rolling up on the outside will come Marquee Value before the three-quarter. On the inside, fighting back once again is Direct Shooter. He's the leader once more before the three-quarter-mile mark. And Bareback Reiter now will fight tiredness. He's dropping back. He's second. And Bama Legend is locked in tight on the rail, desperately hunting racing room. Can't find it as they race toward the top of the lane. And Pacers now moving behind the leaders. And Wiregrass Kerrigan will have to come 5 wide. They're coming from everywhere. Top of the stretch. Off three-quarters. That station in 134. This field straightens toward the wire. They're racing toward the final 8th mile. Field of Pacers now in the lane. And from the outside, ranging up as they drive down toward the wire into contention from way back, here comes Treble Burner. And outside of him, here's Wiregrass Kerrigan. Wiregrass Kerrigan, who was last at the half. Now Bama Legend on the inside. Bama Legend fights back to win it. Wiregrass Kerrigan 2, Treble Burner 3. Race 7. In behind. Here they come. They're off and pacing between them. Long Tall Sam first away on the rail. Ladies Nia King gets away second. Between those two, Uncork is hustling up third. From the outside, racing forward, there goes Clancy as they hit the lower turn. 5 on the rail is Cassie's Ruler. Racing 6 on the inside, Taffetas TK. Pacing 7 toward the quarter-mile station. As they race that way is Prince du Jour. Racing 8, 46 cylinders, and 9 in his favor at the back, but moving from there as they turn down the back stretch. And here comes Clancy on the outside. He's third. He's now second and rolling up alongside the leader. On the inside, Uncork. From the outside, Clancy gets to the front and is the new leader off the quarter in 29 2. Uncork is now second. Racing third, Ladies Nia King. 4 off the rail. Here comes Cassie's Ruler. 5 shuffled back on the inside is Long Tall Sam. They're racing toward the half. 6 Taffetas TK moves up on the outside. 7 in his favor begins to get shook loose. Racing 8 on the inside as they race toward the upper turn is Prince du Jour. And 9 46 cylinders at the back as the field races now toward the upper turn. Off the half-mile station, a minute 2/5. They're racing toward three-quarters. On the inside, Clancy has the lead. On the outside, racing next is Cassie's Ruler. Along the rail, Uncork is sitting third and soon will lead racing room as the field drives toward the top of the lane. Racing 4, moving up from midfield on the outside is Taffetas TK, who will have to come 3 deep as they turn for home and 4 wide. Here comes In His Favor. He is 4 deep and flying at the top of the stretch. In His Favor, extreme outside, all 3/4 and 1/30 and 2/5. They're in the final quarter mile, and In His Favor is flying past pacers. Clancy has now given way. He's been headed. He's second. Racing third as they drive to the wire is Taffetas TK. From the far outside, In His Favor, who got away last when they left, is going to win this leg of the New Year's Pacing Series. Clancy is second. Taffetas. And here is the entire official order of finish from the 7th race. Ladies, Naya King. Now this field just an 1/8 away. Here they come for the invitational race for trotters. Ragtime Jeremy off stride. They're off and trotting on the inside. Independent Blaze is first away. Out second, Primrose Lane. Trotting third is Young Fair. Forward, dropping in quickly, Piece de Resistance. And here comes Arnie's Priority. He's 5, and he's not waiting. He's driving toward the top. He's racing past trotters. In the lower turn, Arnie's Priority ranging up now third. They're being led by Independent Blaze. Arnie's Priority gunning toward the top. He's the new leader as they hit the backside. Independent Blaze about to pick up cover, trotting second. Racing third is Primrose Lane. Trotting 4 past the quarter is Young Fair. 5 to the outside, Piece de Resistance. Trotting 6, Bayou Billy. 7, Gum Corner Lad. 8, Ingamere Super Time is off stride. And 9 is Ragtime Jeremy after a break. Off the quarter in 31 and 4, they're racing toward the half. They're being led by Arnie's Priority. He's on top by a length. On the inside, trotting second, Independent Blaze. Racing third, Primrose Lane getting a trip. They're racing past the half-mile mark. 4 on the outside. Here comes Piece de Resistance. He begins his kick there at the half. Trotting 5 is Young Fair. 6, here comes Bayou Billy. He's moving with cover. 7 is Gum Corner Lad. 8 is Ingamere Super Time as they drive past the half-mile mark. That's station 104 3/5. They're trotting into the upper turn. Field being led as they race toward the 3/4 mile station by Arnie's Priority. He's on top by a length and a half. Inside, Independent Blaze trotting second. And from the outside, Piece de Resistance has been out a long, long way. He's going a tough journey. He's third. He's now second and still moving on the leader as they trot past 3/4. On the rail, Arnie's Priority trots with the lead. From the outside, Piece de Resistance trotting second. The 3/4 at 1:35 and 3, they drive to the wire. Arnie's Priority from the inside trying to hang tough. The field is now in the final 8th mile. And from the outside, here's Bayou Billy. Bayou Billy with all kinds of trot. Arnie's Priority at the rail hangs tough. Arnie's Priority wins the Invitational. Bayou Billy 2, Primrose Lane 3. Now they're an 1/8 away. Here they come for race 9. They're off and pacing between them. Roballo first away. On the inside, Tyler B. Sweet is out second. And those two are battling for command as they thunder to the lower turn. Racing third, Jeff's Gladiator ducks in. Racing 4 on the inside, New Mexico. Pacing 5 is Indian Scout. Racing 6 dropped in. The fine cover is Meadow Dart. 7 around the lower turn is Anthony Spur. And racing 8, Predator at the back. Field being led now past the quarter-mile mark by Roballo. He's on top by 3 lengths for Tony Morgan. On the inside, Tyler B. Sweet is second. Off the quarter, 29 and 1, they're racing toward the half-mile mark. Pacing third is Jeff's Gladiator. 4, New Mexico. 5 is Indian Scout. Racing 6 down the backside is Meadow Dart. They're approaching the half-mile mark. 7 on the outside as they race that way will be Anthony Spur. And 8, Predator, moves along the rail from the back. And here comes New Mexico. He's racing past fast pacers. He's now second. And right behind him, Indian Scout moves up with cover. The leader past the half-mile station on the inside, Roballo. On the outside, New Mexico will try the leader. Off the half a minute, 3/5. They're racing into the upper turn. Roballo on the inside, New Mexico on the outside. Racing third, Tyler B. Sweet has been there every step of the way. They're approaching 3/4. Racing four on the inside. Sneaking up is Jeff's Gladiator, who soon will need racing room. They're driving toward the top of the lane. On the inside, Roballo fights back and leads it once again. New Mexico is parked second. Those two open up 3 lengths on the field as they race past the 3/4. That station, 1:30 and 4/5. They're in the lane. On the inside, Roballo. From the outside, New Mexico couldn't make the top. He's fading second, and racing third coming on in the lane as they drive this way will be Jeff's Gladiator. They move to the final 8th mile, and here's Jeff's Gladiator. And now Predator is way wide as they drive toward the wire, but it's going to be Jeff's Gladiator getting up to win race 9. Home second in that journey, Predator, finishing third, Roballo. Now they're in 8th away. Race 10 in behind. Here they come. They're off and pacing from the outside. Watermain first away. On the inside, Choir Hill gets away second. Those two battling for command as they sweep toward the lower turn. Away third, He's a Trim, 2-step dropping in. Racing 4, Real Special. 5, Mr. Famous. 6 on the rail, Sad to See You. Racing 7 as they drive around the lower turn is Grab Rock. Pacing 8, Speed and Style. 9 at the back, Our Golden Cross, as the field races past the quarter-mile mark. They're being led by 2 lengths now by Watermain as they hit the backside. Off the quarter, 30 and 2/5. They straighten toward the half. Inside, racing next is Choir Hill. Pacing third, He's a Trim, 2-step. 4 is Real Special. 5 on the rail. Midfield is Mr. Famous. Racing 6, Sad to See You, begins to move from the back. 7 down the backside as they race toward the half is Grab Rock. Racing 8, Our Golden Cross. 9, Speed and Style at the back. And from 5 off the rail, here comes Mr. Famous. He's moving at the half-mile mark. Field being led by Watermain by a length. Inside, Choir Hill is still there second. He's been covered all the way. On the outside third, Mr. Famous continues to pick up the leaders. 4 on the rail, He's a Trim, 2-step. And racing 5, here comes Sad to See You. He's moving with cover as they hit the upper turn. Off the half-mile station, 101 2/5. They're racing toward 3/4. On the inside, Watermain. From the outside, Mr. Famous. Those two head and head. And racing third, Sad to See You will have no choice but to come 3 deep as the field races toward the top of the lane. They're driving past the 3/4. That station, 131 3/5. They straighten toward the wire. And now on the inside, Watermain. From the outside, Mr. Famous. And those two are still battling. Racing third is Sad to See You as they drive toward the wire. The field moves to the final 8th mile. From the outside, Mr. Famous is going a game journey. He's still there. He just won't quit. And way wide, here's Our Golden Cross. Full of pace from way back, Our Golden Cross blowing past the leaders to win it. Mr. Famous 2, photo for 3. With racing from Balmoral and scheduled ITW with racing from Fairmount Park at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. Live racing returns here on Monday with a doubleheader at 1 and 8. Right now, race 11 is less than an 1/8 away. Here they come for the final race on tonight's card. They're off and pacing. Between them, Seek and Scan is first away. On the inside, Lowbro Trooper gets away second. Down along the rail, Hondo Lush is out third. Racing 4, My Last Bid is dropping in. Pacing 5 on the inside as they hit the lower turn is Sir Aussie. 6 on the rail is Horse Creek Buck. Racing 7, TJ Strikes. 8, No Shift at the back as the field sweeps off the lower turn, racing toward the quarter. They're being led by Seek and Scan. He's on top by a length. On the inside, Hondo Lush getting the perfect journey second. On the rail, racing third is Lowbro Trooper. They're at the quarter. Racing 4, My Last Bid. 5 midfield is Sir Aussie. Racing 6, Horse Creek Buck in 31 seconds. 7 from the outside, No Shift, moving up from the back. And 8 is TJ Strikes. And here comes My Last Bid. He's off the rail from midfield. He's fourth and easing up on the outside. They're racing toward the half. The leader by a length, Seek and Scan. Inside, Hondo Lush is second. My Last Bid is third, moving up. Racing 4 on the rail is Lowbro Trooper past the half-mile station. 5 in gear. Here comes Sir Aussie. And moving with authority from the back, 4 wide and charging past pacers. Here comes No Shift, and he is full of pace. He's still 3 wide, and he was last moments ago. He's now second, and he's closing on the leader. The half in 104 and 2, they're in the final turn. No Shift is still 3 wide. Between pacers with the leaders, My Last Bid is third, and they're racing toward the top of the lane. No Shift extreme outside comes at the leader, who is Seek and Scan on the rail as they race toward the top of the lane, and off the rail, here comes Horse Creek Buck. He's fifth. He's coming 4 wide as they race past the 3/4. That's station 135 and 3. They're in the final quarter mile. Seek and Scan on the rail is giving way. 3 deep from the far outside, ranging up to take command as they drive this way is No Shift, who is going a big journey, but My Last Bid is still there and he has the lead. From the outside, No Shift is second, and here's Sir Aussie with a late rush. He's third, but My Last Bid is going to win it. Photo for 2, No Shift appeared to be second, Sir Aussie third. Hondo Lush 7, My Last Bid the winner, Lowbro Trooper 8, Seek and Scan 4, Sir Aussie was 3, Horse Creek Buck 5, TJ Strikes 6, No Shift 2, Tom Tippler was scratched, fractions of 31 seconds, 104 and 2, 135 and 3, the mile 204 flat, reading 718, 435, 62 scratch. That does complete tonight's card. ITW here tomorrow at 1 o'clock from Balmoral and